What's going on? We back. Goodfella Sports TV, keeping the news rolling in. Appreciate everybody for checking in. It's your boy CJ Goodfella. One time for the one time, and let's get into it. Sounds like Amir may have been persuaded, I say rumored, that he's going to fight Kell Brook. Okay. It sounds like it may happen in March or April. They saying that, Amir Khan feel confident that he can beat, Kell Brook now after seeing him fight, whatever the stripper name was, okay? Says he believes he could, if he faced that version of Brook who beat Michael Zafra, then he will stop him inside 6 rounds. So Khan, may sound like he ain't taking the money from Top Rank. And it's funny, nobody wants Top Rank money. Nobody want the $3 million. Danny Garcia didn't want it. Amir Khan didn't want the $5 million offer. Amir Khan is going to fight domestically and fight Kell Brook in one of the most anticipated fights over there in the UK. And I think a lot of people want to tune in and watch it over there. You know what I'm saying? I think it's past its prime. That's usually what boxing gives you on either side of the prime. You never get a prime matchup between two rivals like that. But now Amir Khan has been persuaded by Barry and Eddie Hearn to take this fight and not go fight Terence Crawford. And now Terence Crawford is probably back to Luis Collazo March 23rd, Madison Square Garden, and I hope to believe that won't be put on pay-per-view. And Bobby Rim got to, wonder, like, damn, I offered him $5 million. But the problem is, you offered the $5 million to a guy that has an opportunity to make that or more versus Kell Brook, according to Eddie Hearn. So, by him electing to fight Kell Brook, that's crazy because, that's just crazy. Because, Amir Khan, a year ago, 2 years ago, or 3 years ago, because he was knocked out for 2 years or some shit like that, he would have jumped at an opportunity to get that money from Bud and get that fight from Bud. So they must have finessed him. He must be getting the lion's share. I mean, versus Bud, he going to be the B side. Versus Kell Brook, he the A side. Kell Brook look like hogwash. He really believe he could dominate Kell Brook, and you can't get mad at him. Finally he's stepping up, doing what he's supposed to do, fighting Kell Brook. And I think it's a means to an end for both of them. I think both of these guys fight. I think the winner goes on to fight one more time versus a starting name in the United States, like maybe Terence Crawford at the end of the year, and get knocked out, and they both will be retiring together. You might see a grudge match. You might see a rubber match if Kell Brook can get one, or they both can get one. And so at the end of the day, I don't think it's going to be live up to the hype. I really don't. I think they both passed their prime. It's going to look like two old shot fighters in there. That's going to be a shell of themselves, excuse me. And, you just wonder now, Crawford's going back to Luis Collazo. Danny Garcia already sold up versus Granados. He happy with his purse. So where else can Terence Crawford go? And it is what it is. Now Al Heyman is not only putting a Ziploc on the bag, in the game. He put a Ziploc on Bob Arum. He put a Ziploc on Eddie Hearn about the UK stuff and the ITV deal. I reported that about a month and a half ago or a month ago. So I don't need to talk about it. I already got a video on it. And, he killing all sides, and Bob Arum tried to extend the olive branch a little bit tired to Eddie Hearn to work with him. But Eddie Hearn probably, did everything in his power to talk Amir Khan out of that fight. And now Terence Crawford is exactly where I told you he would be. Nobody to play with, nobody to fight. He gonna fight Luis Collazo. He gonna fight Ingus. They gonna order Ingus as his mandatory after that. And then he gonna probably fight Custio Clayton or guys like that, or Alexander Booz Putin. He gonna be fighting guys like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you talk about, people telling me that Terence Crawford is talking about retiring. Yeah, if you fight no meaningless fights, you should really want to retire too. At the end of the day, if he fight Errol Spence, he fight him. If he already thinking about retirement, that means his money right. Like I said the other day. And obviously he can't fight nobody. So, you don't want to be going in there just going through the motions. There's no more hunger. He's become undisputed. He's been 3-time world title holder in 3 different weight classes. So at the end of the day, Al Heyman squeezed him out. Just like Al Heyman was going to squeeze Andre Ward with Adonis Stevenson. Andre Ward could have beat Adonis Stevenson, but he ducked him because he wasn't going to be able to rape Adonis Stevenson at the table like he raped Sergey Kovalev. Okay? Kovalev then made pennies versus Andre Ward. Andre Ward took the lion's share. That money, was able to retire and be comfortably, even after being out of boxing almost 2 years, fighting here and there, on and off. All right? That's a fact. That's a super fact. You know, so Al Heyman is slowly monopolizing the game and shutting these dudes down. If Bud Crawford retired, man, that's a hell of a win for Al Heyman, to be honest. That's a hell of a loss for Top Rank. That just tells you that it's nothing that he can do. Al Heyman controls his career. He controls his destiny without even being his promoter. You know? Same thing with Oscar De La Hoya. The day that he found out Triple G was thirsty for Canelo Alvarez, you know, Oscar De La Hoya owned that man. He owned him because he got signed back to the zone for Canelo Alvarez fight. He controlled his destiny. And Al Heyman is in that position with Terence Crawford. He the reason that Andre Ward really retired. If it was no Al Heyman, Andre Ward and his team would have went down there and tried to finesse Adonis Stevenson out of money. It wasn't going to happen. Wasn't going to happen. That's just the fact of the matter. That's just the fact of the matter. You know, so Crawford is in a shitty position. You know, so when you're in a shitty position and you got to start beefing with Jose Benavidez, setting up a fake beef 6-7 months before y'all even about to fight just to build the fight up. Yeah, y'all can tell me that they doing 2 million views and all these record-breaking news for the year on ESPN. But he on ESPN and 2 million is piss poor. To give you a general idea, HBO After Dark used to routinely pull between 5 to 10 million views for an HBO After Dark episode in the early 2000s. And they happy about 2 million views, excuse me. Them ain't no views. His brand ain't growing like that. He ain't getting invited to the Grammys or to the Oscars or shit to the BET Awards like that. They haven't marketed Bud pretty well at all. He started to market himself well, but he gonna retire and be an afterthought in the sport of boxing. Real talk. The time his name will be mentioned if he doesn't do anything else in the sport of boxing, if he truly is going to retire in the next year or two without fighting any of the guys at welterweight or whatever, or fighting the guys you want to see fight, you feel me? You know, it's gonna be like, oh man, I wish I would have seen him fight Errol Spence. Oh man, him and Keith Thurman, I wish I could have seen that. Oh man, if he would have fought Manny Pacquiao, what if he could have got a Floyd fight? That's primarily when his name come up with, and hypothetical fights. And don't feel left out. But a lot of these dudes gonna be in them type of hypotheticals. When these dudes retire and think they go into the Boxing Hall of Fame or get into the Boxing Hall of Fame, most people gonna remember these dudes for being the business era, being cowards, not wanting to fight each other. And a lot of these dudes gonna be in a situation where they gonna be fantasy fights. You know? Oh man, I wish we could have got that fight with Sean Porter and this guy. Oh, I wish Keith Thurman didn't take them 2 years off. And that's what you're gonna hear. These dudes are gonna be the hypothetical era of boxing. They ain't gonna even, be able to compare this era to other fighters. Oh, what if Terence Crawford fought Sugar Ray Leonard? Well, you don't even want to think about that because he didn't fight Errol Spence, and it's hypothetical. You know what I'm saying? So, also, in the video, Amir Khan will be getting back with Virgil Hunter. Virgil Hunter is in good enough health and strong enough to train and resume training Amir Khan. So Virgil Hunter will be back in the corner. No more goosing. So Virgil Hunter will be back training Amir Khan for Kell Brook. If he fight Kell Brook, unless Amir Khan pulls the duck, whoopsie blam, whoopsie daisy, and goes and fight, Terence Crawford, or they could up the fight or up the offer or whatever it is. But for right now, for what I'm hearing, Virgil Hunter, Amir Khan will be working on fighting Kell Brook in March or April. And like I said, this fight is way past its expiration date. I mean, Kell Brook, I heard, looked terrible. I didn't even want to watch it. Amir Khan looked terrible versus Sammy Vargas. I watched it, but it is what it is, man. But just wonder what Bud Crawford going to do. Like Collazo and Bud Crawford back on, huh? Back to where I thought it would be. Crawford not fighting nobodies. And when you fight nobodies, probably losing the will to get up to fight. You know what I'm saying? You doing all these hard training camps and your money good, but you ain't building on your legacy. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it is what it is. What happened when you sign with the Godfather? When you choose money over, having getting the right fights. I mean, it is what it is. But Goodfellas Sports TV, I definitely appreciate everybody for checking in. Don't forget, we on Facebook and Twitter. Also got the Facebook group, all the links in the description. Also, you can make a donation to the channel. That link's in the description as well. Everybody stay blessed. Everybody have a healthy, happy holiday. I definitely appreciate each and every one of everybody. Hit that subscribe and bell icon button, man. Continue to check out for us. Continue to help us grow the platform. Also, check out my other channel, Motor City Sports Talk, if you're into Detroit sports talk and other